Hello everyone, this is Erika of the storytellingjeweler.com and our usual Tuesday afternoons coffee time with Erika when we can talk about everything bead related, non-bead related, whatever you like, whatever we like. So, welcome to the newest session of Coffee Time with Erika. Please let me know in a comment if you can hear me, if you can see me. Hello, dear Maria, Corine, Teresa. Hello, lovelies. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Andrea, Petra, Niti. Niti has ice cream! I would be a bit jealous if I didn't have ice cream in the fridge. I will have ice cream right after coffee time. Sharon, Hilde. Okay, it seems that the technical side is all right. I'm very happy about that. So, I hope you have your drinks and maybe your ice cream prepared. And yeah, what are we going to talk about today? I was thinking about it, that we have done so much this year. All of you, I have seen so many beautiful jewels posted in our Facebook group at the Storytelling Beading Club, all over social media. I have seen so many beautiful jewels from you. So I was thinking that today we should maybe take a rest and look back at what have we done this year, and just lean back and enjoy that moment of like, yeah, we have done it. What do you think? So we also have Anne and Tanya, Barbara, Katik, and Kata joining us. Welcome, ladies. Kata is brewing a coffee. Her ice cream is gone. Petra has a tea and ice cream in the freezer. And Kata finished baking her bread. So I was thinking today that what kind of jewel should I wear for coffee time? I always like to wear a jewel for our meetings, and then I realized that I have green on me, so it has to be a turtle, and it seems that the river turtle is enjoying himself on my green stripy dress, so it proved to be a good choice. And yeah, thanks for noticing. Those are actually the tulips I shared the picture with you last week on Friday during No One Has to Bead Alone. They are still pretty nice. The flowers didn't start to fall off, so I'm very happy about that. This is one of the last bouquets of tulips for this year. Oh, Anita is actually beading while we are meeting for a coffee. Hilde, Sherry, welcome, ladies. So, I'm really glad that you like the idea of looking back a little bit. On one hand, everyone, please, let's tap yourself on the shoulder. And when I am showing you the pictures, then think about your version and give yourself a compliment that you have done a good job if you have beaded the same. And also, I think this is a good opportunity to show the designs to our new members, because since January, we have a lot of new beaders who joined us, not only during No One Has to Bead Alone, but also during coffee time with Erika. So, oh, Susie is also with us, listening at least while running to the kindergarten. Hello, Susie. So, about everything beaded in 2020. Some of you know that I gave myself a challenge of focusing on a different theme or different source of inspiration every month, and also a different kind of material. Most of the time it was working out, sometimes not 100%, but let's get started. So in February, the theme was something special in my heart. Of course, the idea came from Valentine's Day, and also something connected to Valentine's Day, that our friend Lenka of L2 Studio, she launched the collection of the beautiful handmade hearts in February. So that was also the motivation behind the something special in my heart theme. And the material which we were focusing on in February, it was pearls. There were also a lot of blog articles actually written about pearls, and it was just a little bit of my work, but for the blog articles, we can thank mostly my sister and helper Yvette. And I have learned a lot about the history and also the trivia about pearls. I still like to look back at those articles. One of my favorites is the one where we selected jewelry with pearls from bead artists all around the world. And that one was actually written by me, not by Yvette. And then all the jewelry, they inspired me to create little stories. Partially, it came from the real inspiration behind the jewels, but also it somehow evolved in my mind and became this strange mixture. I hope you liked it. And about the jewels, Susie says actually, oh, I beaded a lot. I still miss my pearl Rembrandt necklace. That's actually a quickie if you would like to make one. And Teresa, a very important comment, what I really wanted to put on screen. To everyone for jobs well done, because you all can be really, really, really proud of yourselves. And Niti, we have a comment from Niti. I still have so much, have to make so much. Sometimes I wake up and think what should be the next and have nightmares about the UFOs. I know this feeling. When I started to bead some 12, 13 years ago, then a little after I began, we traveled to visit a friend who was on a student exchange program in Spain. And we spent there a little bit over a week, and I was actually dreaming with color combinations. So I feel you. And yeah, but you are not alone. Tanya has the same. Me too, believe me, me too. So, and the jewelry, what we created in February. First of all, there was the Rembrandt necklace mentioned by Susie. It was inspired by this duo of portraits by Rembrandt himself. And it's about a young couple freshly married, and I'm sure that they have a special place in each other's hearts. And this is the Rembrandt necklace, which is actually, I tried to recreate the shape of the pearl necklace of the young bride open. And we don't see the clasp of her necklace on the picture, but yeah, that part is imagined by me, but the front part, I tried to match it to her necklace, and it's actually removable, so you can wear it in many different ways, with the pendant part in the front, with the clasp in the back, or the clasp a little bit to the side. There are lots of variations how you can make it. Then we also had a simple pearly tassel. I created it after participating in a metal smithing workshop here in Amsterdam. The artist who gave the workshop, Dora, she actually became a friend since then. And we write, and we used to meet when we could before lockdown. And I created this shape, this metal shape in her workshop, but then I was not 100% happy with it, so I covered one of the holes with a filigree, and I created this tassel to match it. And oh, Kata has something about Rembrandt. She says, "Oh, I love my red Rembrandt. I will have it until my sister does not touch it. Danger, danger." And this was the third jewel what we created in February, and it's called the Tahiti bracelet. And at the end of the month, I had a lot of kind of leftover pearls, which were not enough to create a whole jewel. And I really like using up leftovers. I don't like beads only sitting hopelessly in the containers. So this bracelet is a perfect design to use up whatever kind of leftover beads you have. So this was Tahiti, and this was the third one in February. Oh, and Teresa says about beading, it is an addiction, so we need to establish an intervention, Beaders Anonymous. That's a good thought, but I think that we could not go anonymous because we know each other's styles. So, for example, I would instantly know Kata's jewels from the colors. So it's not so easy to go anonymous in the beading world, I think. Then, in March, I know that many of you created some of the oh, I nearly forgot to mention the Something Special in My Heart team, the Rock My Heart design. The reason why I nearly forgot to mention it, because the picture is not at a good place, but here it is. So there was also, I was suspicious that there were not 3 but 4 designs for every week one. So there were also the Rock My Heart pendants and brooches, where we used Lenka's beautiful heart-shaped cabochons. I have made 3 colors, a blue, a green, and a rose one. I have seen many, many beautiful combinations from you. Yellow and purple. And I am still looking forward to see more. And this pendant and brooch, it is interchangeable. So thanks to a little trick on the back, you don't have to decide while making if you want to turn it into a brooch or a pendant. But you can wear it one day like a pendant and one day like a brooch. Kata will also be ready soon with her Rock My Heart. Shirley checked in, and she says, "Good morning, Erika. Today is my birthday, and what a lovely start to chat and have coffee with you." Hello, Shirley, and wishing you a very, very happy birthday today, and all the best for the coming year. I will not sing, but yeah, here are some flowers at least. Then, in March, one of my favorite themes, India, was featured. And the special components which we started to use in March in every one of our jewels were filigree components. If you want to know more about the possibilities that how can you use filigree components, then we actually had a coffee time with Erika session when I was showing you lots of different possibilities to you, that how can you use filigree components. And there were two very informative coffee times after each other, 1 week about filigrees and 1 week about cup chains. So if you haven't seen them, then I really recommend to look back. Oh, and we have Fatima here, and I think that's a first. She says, "Hope you are well. It's the end of my day. Just wanted to stop by and say hi from Singapore." Hi, Fatima. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you are all right. I hope you rested a bit. And end of the day, wishing you a good night's sleep. I hope you don't have nightmares from UFOs, as Tanya and Niti just mentioned a little while ago. So, for our India team, we also had a couple of blog posts. Also, some of them put together by my sister Yvette. My favorite one was the one, it was a kind of a manual with little tricks and tips that how can you make your jewels look Indian, to have like an Indian vibe. And since 10 years ago, we traveled with Yvette to India together, then it is really something special. Special for us. Oh, and it seems that Niti has her name's day. Happy Names Day! Boldog névnapot! And in our India month, again, we created new jewels together. For example, the Jaipur earrings. And many of you have done them in your own color combinations, and they came out beautiful. One of my favorites is the one by Kata with the dark blue cabochon. It looks like, it looks like coming from Sweden, like a snowy, wintry touch. So India and Sweden meet in your jewel. Then we also had the Chandigarh earring, actually, and that's one of the photos which just for some reason it is, I think, too big and I just can't upload it. It's still like, the little circle turning around. I couldn't upload it, but I hope you remember Chandigarh. That was the second one, but we beaded together during our No One Has to Bead Alone session. Because in March, COVID hit hard, but something new started, and we started to be together every Friday. And since then, we had 11 sessions of beading together. But still, for the month of India, the Chandra Devi, or Moon Goddess, necklace was born, again with cup chain and filigree and pearls. So everything what I love put together, paired with some Swarovski crystals. So this is a piece I still really love. And just saying that we managed to put together 2 of the sunshine kits. This one, this colorway, what you see in the see on the picture if you might be interested. And the original of Chandra Devi, it was actually a headpiece created for a burlesque dancer here in Amsterdam when we had an act inspired by the phases of the moon. And she wanted to wear the phases of the moon on her, included in her tiara, and also as the button on her cape. But then I created it for her maybe even 2 years ago. I don't remember exactly. But then I was really sad that it was just a one-time occasion. So that's why I decided to develop this motif into a full necklace. And then in April, we wanted to focus on going green, and our saying was, be the turtle, save a turtle. The project started already last year on the first, that's when Turtle Estefan was born, the cousin of this river turtle. And he started his quest and started to raise funds for a turtle sanctuary in Borneo. I have told you last week about all the great things what the turtle sanctuary is doing. And last year in autumn, we could send them around 451, I think. It was around 450 euros. And this time, when we counted the funds going to the turtle sanctuary, we actually even raised the bar a bit further. So this time we can send them 570 euros. And I know that all of these 570 euros will be put into a very, very good use. And I wanted to thank you for participating in this, because this is your doing that we could do this together. Beads are very small, but see how far we can get together. So, and you know, when in April, with that was also, well, in March already, plans started to change since I was about to travel to Bergamo to teach at Master Beads, and it would have been continued by workshops in April in the Netherlands and in two places actually, in Venlo and also in Amsterdam. Workshops in the UK, and that's when reality hit hard, and basically every plan had to be changed. And April did not go as we had or very well played plan, or plans laid out in advance, as the circumstances changed unexpectedly. But it was a great lesson that we had to accept it. We had to make the best of it. We had to adapt. It also resulted in not enough time on focusing on the monthly topic. However, April was when the No One Has to Bead Alone videos and the community, especially the No One Has to Bead Alone community, because I am very happy to say that I think we can really talk about a community here who are turning up every week and beading together and having fun together and encouraging each other and sharing colors and ideas and complimenting each other and giving each other a push and just being there for each other during these hard times. So even if the original plans had to be pretty much cancelled and it created a huge chaos, as I look back, I am very happy how it turned out at the end. Of course, it would have I'm sad about the whole thing, what's happening around the world. But when I look at the No One Has to Bead Alone community, then I see that we can be very strong together, and we can support each other. And we have a comment. A comment from Teresa here. And she says, okay guys, full disclosure, I haven't tackled bead embroidery yet because I am scared that I might really, really like it and abandon conventional bead stitching. Same thing happened to stringing when I finally started bead stitching. Yikes, is it going to be okay, right? Lovely ladies, I think Teresa needs some encouraging words from us now, that she will not have to say goodbye for all the stitching and all the stringing. It still can be okay. We are with you. And by the way, if you would like to learn the basics of bead embroidery, then it's about time to mention the May theme for this year, and that was the Traveler. It still resonated a bit with the Be the Turtle, Save a Turtle motif, as I like, for example, to use found objects in some of my pieces, or like material which was originally not intended to become a jewel. And in the Traveler pieces, we used coins from all around the world to take us on some imaginary journeys, sometimes to our own countries, sometimes to a faraway land, while we were sitting at home. And I think it was nice to remember. And while we were working on our Travelers, 4 videos about the basics of bead embroidery, and afterward 4 sessions of Q&A, live Q&A sessions were recorded, which will soon, at the moment they are available at the Seed Beads and More group, where it happened originally, and soon they will go up also to the storytellingjeweler.com, so you will be able to access them there too. And we have some comments rolling in the meanwhile. Katy says, because of the lockdown, I can watch Coffee Time live. Exactly. And I'm so happy that you are here. And Corina says, all of it thanks to you. But let me argue. I don't think it's true. I might have made that little sparkle at the beginning, but it is thanks to you, ladies. It is thanks to you. Absolutely. And for Teresa, we have some nice comments from Sherry. You will definitely like it so much. It just adds to everything else you are working on. Rosalind. Teresa, you will always find new bead ideas to inspire you. Sharon says, it's okay, you can do both. Doreen, hello. She says, yes, I do want to do the turtle and the moon necklace. My husband is from India and he loves my beading and weaving. That's great. I would be curious to hear his opinion about our Indian topics. Oh, and Teresa is a member of Seed Beads and More. So no excuse. So that was our Traveler month, when we were traveling also to the past a bit. Some of the beaders who participated in the Traveler month in May, they did not bring stories about places, but for example, stories about people. For example, one of the beaders, she mentioned that the coin reminds her of her sister who passed away. And I think a person, a place, a thought, everything can be woven into into a beaded jewel. And I saw many, many, many beautiful examples for that. And it was a great, like very fulfilling month for me as a teacher to see beaders getting enthusiastic about bead embroidery. And actually, I would really want to somehow commemorate everything, what was happening in May. So I decided that I would like to put together an article from some of the jewels and memories and stories which were born in May during the Traveler Month. And I would like to write a blog article, and I would like to invite you to participate. And Petra already accepted my invitation, and she sent me a beautiful, beautiful traveler. I love the colors. I love the shapes you have chosen. It came out beautiful, Petra. And if any of you would like to participate in the article, then what you need to do is please send an email to orders@thestorytellingjeweler.com, and please send a picture of your traveler piece, what you would like to get featured, and write a little bit about what you have learned, if you have learned something new, and about the story woven into the piece, because I think it will be really nice to read each other's stories at one place. And in the meanwhile, Teresa says, thank you so much for all of your encouragement, everyone. You are very welcome, Teresa. I think you can always count on the group. And if you will have any questions, then please just ask them in the group, in our Storytelling Beading Club. And I am sure that you will get answers. So, and the biggest thing, what is happening in 2020 is, of course, the No One Has to Bead Alone project. And I'm loving every session of it, every meeting we have on Fridays, Friday afternoon in the Netherlands, but Friday morning in the USA. And at the beginning, I was so nervous. But by now, it feels like we know each other. And I'm already looking forward to our next one, happening this Friday. Oh, 𝐊𝐿𝐷𝐄 is here with us too. She's working still on her traveler, commemorating a trip to Paris. And it's really nice. 𝐊𝐿𝐷𝐄 decided to incorporate also the Moulin Rouge into it. I think it was a great idea. And back to No One Has to Bead Alone. So this coming Friday, we will be working on the 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐃𝐈𝍍𝐆 bracelet. It will have a matching necklace and even earrings coming a week later, so stay tuned. But this week we will start with the bracelet. 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐃, it's the name originally of a Polish immigrant who arrived to Amsterdam in the 20s in the last century, so about 100 years ago. And Amsterdam was one of those ports from where ships started to sail through the ocean. However, when 𝐁𝐄𝐃 arrived to Amsterdam, he had a spare day or two to walk around. And as the stories say, he started to like Amsterdam so much that he decided to stay, and he never got on that boat. And later, he started a little art cinema, and a building now named after him, Pathé 𝐁𝐄𝐃, was built. And it was built in the style of Art Deco and Art Nouveau. It is a combination. And this bracelet with the waves it reminds me of that building. I will look up a picture for you so you can see it. And this is the material list, what you will need for this Friday. For a small sized bracelet, about 15 centimeters, excluding clasp, I used 32 pieces of 6mm round purse, 64 pieces of 4mm round purse. I used some Miyuki Delica 11, Miyuki seed beads 15, and then for the connections, I used 3mm fire polished beads. The 3mm fire polished beads can be easily substituted by something else because nothing is built on the fire polished beads, they are just in between two motifs. So it's completely up to you that what do you put in between the motifs. And of course you will need a clasp. The beading thread is my usual 0.12mm or 4 lb fire line, and I will use my number 12 tulip beading needle to stitch it. And I will post the material list in the group and on the page. Oh, also quarter tillas. You need quarter tillas for the bracelet too. And I will post the material list in the club and also on the page after the broadcast. And I am looking forward already to seeing your color combinations. It's always very inspiring. And we have a comment from Sharon. And Sharon says, I am so glad that you started the No One Has to Bead Alone sessions and the opportunity to connect with other beaders all around the world during the confinement due to the virus. I have enjoyed the sessions so much. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Sharon, because you beaders are the ones who make the No One Has to Bead Alone sessions into what they are. And I'm very grateful for that I can experience it together with you. So that was it for today. A big applause to all of you for the hard work you have done this year. I know that many of you have tried bead embroidery for the first time during the past months. And also even online events are very new to us. So that's also a step out of our comfort zones. And I would like to mention that still until tomorrow, well, today, our special deal is working. So if you if you visit the storytellingjeweler.com and you type in the code TRAVELER, then you can get 20% off from the price of filigree components, leather, and 𝐿2 Studio cabochons. I chose this to be part of the deal because I know that many of you started to like bead embroidery very much, and all of these components, they come very handy on your journey into bead embroidery. The filigrees, they are just fun to use. You can layer them on top of your piece or incorporate them in the bail, actually. With the leather, you can use for backing your piece, of course. And the 𝐿2 Studio cabochons, that's like an easy way to level up because they are just so beautiful that with easy stitches, you can create something very, very, very beautiful. And I think that we all need that feeling sometimes that I can do this. This is working out. And Teresa is asking about the inspiration for June. That is like, let me tell you about it next week. It will come in a couple of days. I just need to put together everything for it. And I would not want to announce it before everything is in place, but it's coming. So thank you so much, everyone. And I wish you a very, very beautiful rest of the day. Oh, sorry, I see that Gail has a question about the Bead and Button show. I will get back to you in a private message about that, Gail. And thank you so much, everyone. And have a nice rest of the afternoon or of the day. Enjoy your coffees, enjoy your ice creams, and see you very soon. Only 3 days to go. Bye-bye.